It is Wednesday, October 4th. This podcast is being recorded late. It is 2:37. I had a fucking shitload of shit I had to do today. Fucking extremely busy. I was on a very important phone call at the same time I was recording the podcast, but shit happens. And that talk about shit happens, I'm going to bring something up. Putting bad imprints on kids. If you're a parent and you have kids, it's your responsibility to make sure that they turn out to be decent people. Nobody is fucking perfect. At fucking all. At no fucking point in time in this world is anybody's perfect. I'm not perfect. I have my faults. I do things. Fucking people fuck up and make mistakes. But at a young age, the way you are is the way your kids will be, because they are subconsciously picking up your traits, your habits, your behaviors. If you're a good person, your kids will be good. If you are a fucking piece of fucking shit person, guess what? Your kids are gonna mimic that. And this is why I talk about it. Yesterday, I get a phone call. My nephew got in a fight. My nephew is not the kind of person to fight. My sister would jump all over his ass if something like that happened because he started it. And because I just didn't jump to conclusions, I waited to hear what happened. My sister explained to me that an older kid in his school, my nephew is fucking 9. My nephew is 9. Apparently the kid is 10, maybe fucking 11, older than him, in a grade higher than him. Ended up picking on my nephew. My nephew took it, whatever, he fucking tried to walk away, but this kid instigated the fucking fight, and he continued to push. He hit my nephew, and my nephew hit him back. Hit him back to the point where he fell down, and then he started fucking crying. I don't know if he cried, I'm just saying that because that's what I imagine. My nephew defended himself, alright? And apparently, as my sister's continuing this fucking conversation, explaining this to me, that this kid is a bully. That this kid picks on other people. To the point where he picked on a kid that is missing a leg. He tried to start a fight with a kid in a fucking wheelchair. Alright? What fucking kind of kid does that? Why would you pick on somebody that has a missing fucking leg? What did that kid do to that kid? That's my fucking problem. Piece of shit people make piece of shit kids. I cannot stand that shit. It is not the kid's fault. It is the parents' fault because they are that way. Teach your kids right. You're supposed to make your kids better than you. If you continue the cycle in this fucking world, it will continue. It will not stop. Alright? That shit is the fucking most annoying fucking thing in the world to see, to witness, to fucking hear. Like I said, I don't condone anybody fucking fighting. No one has the right to touch another person, to physically fucking force somebody to do something they don't want to do. A fight is a physical altercation that you force somebody into doing. There is an aggressor, but there is a person that's also continuing the fight. My nephew finished the fight because this dumbass fucking kid couldn't handle the fight. And then this is what makes it even worse. My sister continued this fucking conversation with me, saying that she spoke to the people at the school and said that these parents are ghetto, and if you try to talk to them, they'll try to get ghetto on you. Ghetto? Bitch, we from the fucking hood. If you don't know where I live in Dakota, one of the worst neighborhoods to fucking live in. And my family grew up here. These motherfuckers ain't ghetto just because they're black and they're gonna get in somebody's face. Let me tell you something. The fucking race card is the most piece of fucking shit card to pull on to make people feel bad for you, to make people fear you. Fuck that. We are Mexican. I am from the hood. I am fucking Latino, Chicano. Exactly what I'm saying. We're the minority here. All right? My nephew doesn't speak English right because he is bilingual. He has an accent. And that piece of shit kid, I already know he picked on my nephew because he speaks differently. Now that's an ignorant piece of fucking shit. People that are intolerant to other people's fucking races because they feel better than somebody else, no one has the right to feel better than anyone else. And if this kid feel entitled to pick on somebody smaller, weaker, and not able to speak correctly in any fucking, that is disabled. This kid tried to fight somebody that had no leg, that can't defend himself willingly. All right? You are a piece of shit kid, and your parents are even. If I had the ability to speak to you, I'd have beat the fuck. If that was my kid, I found out about that, I would go to school. My kids don't have issues, but if they did, I'd walk into that fucking school, strangle that fucking father, that fucking piece of shit that made that happen. I don't blame the kid, I blame the parents. And it's my job to fucking to make an example. I will teach your kid how to be correct in life by beating the fuck out of your kid. Don't do it, because this is what happens to people that fuck up. This is what happens to people that pick on other people. There's always a bigger bully. There's always a bigger stick. Somebody's got a better weapon. And unfortunately, I got 2 fucking sledgehammers for hands, and I have no problem fucking using it because that's how I grew up. I grew up fist to fist, tooth to tooth, eye to eye. I will beat you to fuck down because that's who I am. In my nature, it is to fucking demolish people that think they're better than somebody else because I can't stand a bully. I will never, ever pick on somebody. But God, believe it, I will step the fuck in, intervene, and make someone feel like absolute fucking shit for doing it to somebody else. And especially my fucking family, especially my fucking kids. Best believe that I am willing to go as far as it needs to go to handle myself and my own. My kids will always be okay because I set that up. I can't stand people that feel the need to pick on people, feel the need to fucking be better than people. Nobody in this world is better than nobody, because when it comes down to brass tacks, it's only the strong that survive. Only the willing that survive. I will always do what it takes. That's why I work hard. That's why I implement these lessons into my kids' lives, my nephews' lives, into people's lives that need to understand. Open your eyes up and pay attention to everybody. Because everyone is not out to fucking help you. Not everyone's out to get you. It's a thin line, and as long as you're watching, you can see who it is. I cannot stand people that fucking do that shit at all. Growing up in high school, I never picked on nobody. But best believe, if I ever saw somebody pick on somebody, I would definitely be that bully's bully. Because I give 2 flying fucks. If you feel the need to do it, well, best believe I'm going to feel the need to put my impression on you to never, ever make you feel the need to do that to another person. This shit pisses me off. Absolutely. I am one of the strongest people that I fucking know because I physically will it to myself. I mentally will it to myself because I need to be strong for those that are around me. That's who I am. And to see somebody try to use their stature, their fucking social fucking rank, whatever the fuck you want to call it in life that makes you better than the next person, nothing does. Ever. Nothing makes anybody better than nothing. Everyone's a piece of shit. Everyone's a good person. Everyone has a baseline. And if you try to go up or down it, the world will remind you who you are. That always does. Because it's done it to me many a times. As soon as I've gotten too prideful, as soon as I've gotten too full of myself, it put me in its place and I learned it. I just want to make sure that I get this out. If you are a piece of shit person, fuck yourself. Fuck yourself real good because you need to get fucked over to understand it. And it might take a few fucking times. I cannot stand that shit. Kids don't deserve that in their life. At all. It's your job as a parent to fucking instill life lessons. Be a good person. Work hard. Do your best. Always be willing to lend a helping hand. Because that's the qualities that people look for in life. That's the qualities to live by in life. If you want to have a good life, you stand by these. You stand by these. And when you understand the limit of what you have, you stay within it. Because as long as you go too far, as soon as you give too much, as soon as you do too little, the world will remind you of your place and what you need. Teach your kids right. Teach them right. Don't be a bully. Bullies get fucked hard. Really fucking hard. And if you were on the other end of me beating you up, you fucking deserved it when we were a kid. Best believe you fucking deserved it. Because that's how I felt then, and that's how I have no regrets for beating anybody I did up when I was younger. Because when I grew up, it was fucking one for all for one. We all stood together, we all stood strong, and we handled it that way. And if we fought one-on-one, well, fucking good for fucking you. You took that L, and you own it. I don't hate you for it. I don't love you for it. You're just you. Because you stood for yourself. Fuck, I hate that shit. Can't stand parents that are pieces of fucking shit. Kids deserve better. And you better give them fucking better, because I can't fucking stand looking at it. I would never stand idly by while someone beat somebody up. Stand idly by while someone picked on somebody smaller than them. Ever. Ever. Fuck. Oh, fuck. You know, it's insane to me. You know, I'm sitting here like explaining this to my sister, what she needs to say and what she needs to do. Because you know what? People try to put words in people's mouths. And you know what I did? I told my sister exactly what to say, exactly what to do. And I hope she did it. I hope she does do it. Because guess what? When people try to turn shit around and point the finger at somebody else, well, guess what? It's as easily around to turn it back and point it at you. And when I point it at you and when I say these words to people and I speak to them what their problem is, I can look them in the eye and know that I'm speaking the truth. They can look me in the eye and you know what's going to happen? They're lying, because they will break that stare. They will understand that they fucked up, because I will look into their eye. I do not flinch. I do not turn my back. I understand what I'm looking at. A piece of fucking worthless shit. And if you teach your kids that, then you're the worst kind. The worst fucking kind. I just want to make sure that I awaken people. Speak to people. Tell people. Make them understand. I don't give a fuck if you break a relationship. You break a friendship. If you are letting somebody taint a kid's life, that kid is just going to be as bad. That kid is going to turn around and be that exact same person when they grow up. Because I see it. And there are those times when kids see their parents, understand that I'm not going to be like that. Those are the kids that make the difference in this world. That understand it, get it. I don't like this. I don't like being treated like this. I'm going to do better. I applaud those kids because they are mentally, capably strong enough to get it. I grew up like that. I understood. I didn't want to be like my father, so I didn't. I grew up taking care of my kids. I grew up handling my business. I grew up doing what I'm supposed to do to make sure that my kids are 10 times better than me with every chance and opportunity in this world to get by. And if you take whatever kind of message you want from this, take this. Do better by yourself. Do better for yourself. Pass on whatever you can pass on that's positive to a kid. If it's a minute or two, a nephew, niece, fucking cousin, fucking son, daughter, whatever it is, do right by them. Because kids deserve it. Kids deserve every opportunity in this world to make it. Just help. Don't be a piece of shit. All right? I'm running out of fucking time. I can't believe it's been fucking 15 minutes. You know, it'd be like Angry Dad Podcast. I'm fucking riled up. You know, find me on Twitter, find me on Spreaker, find me on Facebook, YouTube, all that fucking shit. I'm on iTunes now, bitch. All right, Angry Dad Podcast. Respect. Also, It Be Like That Podcast, Terrible Terror Podcast. And if you're listening to this, go to the fucking It Be Like That contest, the It Be Like That, and vote for the fucking thing. Conan the Adventurer better fucking win, because that's my fucking category. That was my cartoon back in the day. Respect. All right? I'll see you guys on Friday. I'll put it out as soon as I fucking can. Go fuck yourselves.